Hello folks, or should I rather say howdy folks. We are in Texas again today. Can you say howdy in other states? I've always thought of the word howdy as a Texas thing. Maybe you can say it in other states in the South, maybe a bit of the West in the mountain country, but to me it's just always Texas. That's a Texas word, howdy. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Yesterday we were in the magnificent city of Fort Worth. So we know what the FW in the DFW area stands for. But what does the D stand for in DFW? Well, that's what we're here to find out. Well, to cure that burning question that I'm sure all of you have at this point, that's sarcasm. I'm sure people know what D in DFW means. We are in the city of Dallas. Now the Dallas-Fort Worth area is huge. About 1 in every 4 Texans live in this sprawling metropolitan area. Millions and millions total. So we got to see one half of it yesterday. Today we get to see the other half. Dallas is a city that's sort of a contrast to Fort Worth. In Fort Worth we got to see like the real Texan cowboy culture. But here in Dallas, it's a little bit different. What used to have that maybe cowboy charm, flair, now is a thriving metropolitan looking city. It's a modern city. Industries like technology, telecommunications, insurance all thrive in Dallas. And as a result, there's a huge, well, the city has always been a city of booms, and it's still booming. This is a population of 1.3 million. In the whole US, this is the 9th most populous city. That's right, the whole country. This is number 9. And when you think about it, a lot of these huge cities like New York, Los Angeles, Houston, San Francisco, they're all on the coast. This is one of the biggest cities that are pretty inland. As you can tell, we're only just a bit into the downtown area, and you can see these streets are lined with so many skyscrapers of various architectural styles. You got the old ornate buildings of days gone by, but then you have the glassy modern ones. Given just how upscale and modern the city of Dallas is, it really reminds one of a northeastern city like New York or Philly. The only giveaway that we're in Texas, well, at the Texas flag and the various barbecue joints around here. Other than that, it's very, very northeastern. The Dallas-Fort Worth metropolitan area has grown to be so large that even the satellite cities in the suburbs, cities like Arlington and Plano, Texas, that you might have heard of, have grown to be cities of great magnitude in themselves. This area is so large that it really needs a sturdy transportation system. And that's where you get the DART, the Dallas Area Rapid Transit. And this is a series of trains, I guess, streetcars that go by, and they're very common when you get to this Thanksgiving Square. You can see the bells ringing nearly every minute as the streetcars come by. And in this Thanksgiving Square, it's a great place to reflect and, from its name, you know, have a little gratitude. And this Thanksgiving Square really does a great job of reminding us to be thankful, to have gratitude for the things we do have in life. Nobody has everything, but we can be thankful for various things in our life. Oh, look at that. Another streetcar. coming by. They are very rapid here at the Dallas area rapid transit. This behind us is very interesting. Here in the huge city of Dallas is the Chapel of Thanksgiving. And this is nothing pertaining to a faith, any certain religion. It's an interfaith place for people to come, sit down, meditate, reflect, and gain any sort of otherworldly insight if they can. It's a great place. I love it here, in the middle of this quiet, tranquil park. Now, I don't take much comfort in talking about this. Just like our visit to Oklahoma City, Dallas is also a city that's been marred by historical tragedy. So, John F. Kennedy was our 35th president from 1961 to, well, 1963. And that's weird. Aren't US presidents serving 4-year terms? Yeah, and this is where things get unfortunate. John F. Kennedy ended his term in a grave assassination. Right where we're standing. You see that X right there? That is the spot where during a trip on a motorcade, I guess during a tour for political support here in Texas on November 22nd of 1963, he was just strolling down in a motorcade with his wife, the governor of Texas at the time, and that governor's wife. And at the 6th floor of this building in front of us, the window that was open, well, today it's probably open for a reason. This pays homage to the unfortunate tragedy that occurred. Allegedly, Lee Harvey Oswald was up there planning his assassination. And as Kennedy strolled in his motorcade, everybody cheering along, he was fatally struck by a gunshot from up there down to the road. Today we have these such divided, polarized political parties, but back in the early 60s, people were a lot more cordial. President Kennedy, he was kind of a popular president. He was this image of a young man for a new America at the time. When news of this spread around the country, everyone was completely shocked. It really gripped the nation for a long time. Nothing like this had happened since, well, McKinley back in the very early 1900s. So although Dallas is a very fun location to visit and spend a day here, I think for a very, very long time this city is going to be marred and remembered for what happened here at Dealey Plaza. When we think of the Kennedy assassination, we might be reminded of video clips and shots of this plaza, this view. You would see the photo of the Kennedy motorcade, all waving at all the happy citizens of Dallas, Texas, until the unfortunate moment happened. Luckily, Abraham Zapruder was there to capture the moment at this exact view. Did not want to end today off with a downer, so here we are in a little park where you can see the flair of Texan spirit. Tons of longhorn statues. Just walking along a trail. It's very nice. Yes, it was the sets of cattle that were driven up here on various Texan cow trails, most notably the Chisholm Trail, which was one of the things that emboldened the economy of Dallas in the olden days. But it was also the industries of oil and cotton, which really gave Dallas a kickstart into becoming a global modern city it is today. Dallas could be considered one of those cities of the future, of the 21st century. There's a lot of promise for Dallas. There's a lot of things holding it back, but that's what you get with every big city. Now we have plenty more Texas content coming up as we venture forth westward into the frontier of Texas here on our Frontier Americana tour. Yes, we'll be going towards the western vestiges of this big old state. So before we leave the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I need to do one thing now that we're still in a big society, big area, nothing frontier too much yet. Cowabunga! Alright, I'll have one Whataburger and a banana pudding shake. People have often told me that if there's any fast food you are to get here in Texas, there's nothing more you can choose than Whataburger. Whataburger is almost like the McDonald's of Texas. Sure, there's plenty of McDonald's, but everyone in Texas knows about Whataburger as well. And they probably prefer Whataburger over McDonald's here, because the burgers are said to be of quality. We're right outside the Whataburger drive-thru. We're technically within the vicinity to try some great Whataburger food. So I ordered standard fare. We gotta see what a Whataburger burger tastes like and see if it compares to the likes of previous places we've gone to here on the Coverage Project. So without further ado, let's try a Whataburger. Just a quick glance before we try it. It's pretty large. We go inside and there's all the good stuff that a burger should come with. Well, as the saying goes, everything's bigger in Texas. This is a large burger, but it really packs the punch. It's quality, you can taste it. I'd compare it to the likes of Hardee's or Steak and Shake, as we've tried before. It's pretty good. I'm sure it wouldn't beat a sit-down restaurant burger, but it really fills you. And if a burger's not enough for you, we gotta wash it down with a nice ice cream milkshake. Today's flavor, banana pudding. We are in the South technically, we're also kind of in the West. I really don't know. Texas deserves to be its own region, so I don't know how to classify it, whether it's a South or West, but either way, banana pudding is a classic in the South. It's a classic in Texas, so of course, Whataburger, you have the genius idea of making it into a shake. That is delightful. It's incredible. It's putting a smile on my face already. Wow, Texas, I'm impressed. You have some great fast food. I wish the Northeast could have iconic chains like Whataburger. All I can really say with this, just to conclude, to put a bow on this whole experience at Whataburger, well, wow. What a burger! Yeah, I wonder if it's intentional, like we're designed to be amazed and say, wow, what a burger after every bite, after every visit here. What a burger! Something that's weird and is happening right now are these winds coming at me. And they're not regular winds in terms of temperature. I'm used to like cold, bitter winds where I'm from, and you know, as it goes south, warm winds, but these are really hot and powerful winds coming my way. And I'm wondering, is that what a dry heat is supposed to feel like? It's just these piercing hot winds. Maybe it just has something to do with this heat wave of 105-degree weather we're experiencing right now, with no end in sight. Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds. We are going westward. We'll see if the temperatures keep up. We'll see what happens with the climate, the weather, the cultural experiences, anything going on there. So with that said, until we reach the western reaches of Texas, having enjoyed a nice Whataburger meal here in Dallas, Texas. More travels to come. I will see you at the next location.